I want Alycia Bollinger to get what she wants. It's my birthday in 2 days. Well, no, it's the 17th now, so it's my birthday tomorrow. I'll be turning 39. The police aren't going to give Alycia what she wants, and they're not going to give me what I want. What I want is an honest day in court, with Alycia Bollinger present, able to show her all of the shit that people have done to me. The only way to do that is in person, and they keep stealing evidence, or not admitting it in as evidence. My public pretenders worked against me. All of them. They weren't interested in doing their jobs. They get paid either way. The police had a lot of fun with me. There's a lot of inmates in a lot of jails that saw that. Every person that I went to for help, I told them specifically what help I needed, and they've got 10,000 other ideas they want me to do. They're not going to give me the resources to do those things. Meanwhile, it doesn't take any resources for them to write down the things that they saw, the things that people did to them. It doesn't take long to do that at all. Those bullies were fucking sure busy doing it, weren't they? In order for me to get what I want, I have to get Miss Alycia on the stand, show her the things that I have gone through so that she understands. Because if she can understand, because she gets to see everything that these people put me through over her slander, at least maybe I'll have a chance of getting her to admit in court the truth. That I didn't stalk them, that we were friends in Virginia. I didn't drive 1,700 miles to stalk them. I drove 1,700 miles to get away from them. There's too much evidence to go through. I'm sick of being in environments where it's screaming, 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 and then you guys don't want to hear me screaming on the internet. Well, that's the problem, is that you fucking trampled all over me for fucking entertainment. I see the same slander every day, and I don't have the ability to show this evidence. I need fucking help. I can't function in a fucking screaming environment. I was finally able to send some stuff to some media outlets, and it's not much, and it might not have even gotten there. I mean, I've sent a lot of stuff out, and people say, well, there's nothing in there, it's blank. Or it won't let me open it, like that officer was saying. And he's not the only one. Manny Hughes, you needed to make a fucking report about the things that you saw. About all that fucking cruelty. When that little girl got kicked in the face at Sally Treon's, I told somebody. I told Miss Jerry, because I couldn't tell the police. You know how fucked up that is. Out of sight, out of mind. When you're the odd man out, you're the one that doesn't matter. When you're always the fifth wheel, you're always the burden. Bobby Forrest wants to live, but he's dying. He thinks that Alycia Bollinger will stop doing the drugs if she sees how sick he is. That fucking kills me, dude. In order for Alycia to get what it is that she wants, I have to pretend to be that monster. You'd think that her family would at least understand how much pain I'm in. How over a misunderstanding in Virginia because somebody was afraid to tell her mom the truth. Just look at it, Rose. Jesus Christ. Look at it. We were friends. I left Virginia. I didn't want to have anything to do with that situation ever again. I need help. There's just too much of it. And the police keep stealing so much of it. I've got conversations on there, on that computer that they stole in Wyoming to send to Colorado to the very officers I was trying to turn in. It also shows that those officers in Wyoming did wrong, so they got plenty of motivation to have it shipped out of state. It's got my conversations with Bobby Forrest that show that I'm telling the truth. It's got a conversation with me and Jamie Curtis that shows I'm telling the truth. It's got a bunch of therapy sessions that I went to and a bunch of places that I was at and how abusive they were. The unlisted stuff that I have on this YouTube account is well, it's enough to get most of the people that I stayed with time in prison. Yeah, I didn't make everything public. A lot of the stuff that's on that computer is irreplaceable. I just needed help getting these people to stop long enough for me to take care of myself, for me to fucking recover from this. When Natalie fucking died and her family was being fucking evil to me and her mom was calling me a stalker, ma'am, I tried to get a hold of you to get help to get it to stop. And you fucking know it. You know how many people assaulted me and threatened my life in the last 3 years? Because Natalie was afraid to tell you the truth. Rose, I don't want to be this fucking person. But between your family and the police refusing to allow me to have any evidence or even show up to fucking court, what choices do I fucking have, woman? You guys want to pretend I'm this fucking monster? Fine, I'll pretend I'm a monster. That way you can be fucking happy and people can leave me the fuck alone. I can't have my life back. Alycia, even if you told the truth today, I would never be able to get my life back. Why couldn't you just call off the dogs or fucking kill me? I drove 1,700 miles away from you. Was I invited to Virginia Beach, Alycia, or was I stalking? Was I invited by you to stay behind where you worked at the cricket store? Or was that stalking? Was I stalking you to Elliot's coffee grounds on my birthday? Was I stalking you to the pier and the pagoda there in Norfolk? Was that a brand new phone you gave me? I'm not ungrateful for it. I didn't want it, but I took it because it made you happy. I was having a panic attack and I needed fucking help. I was stranded in a new environment. My back was fucked up. I was stuck in my vehicle. Everybody else that I'd gone there to see was in jail or they fucking moved already. I was freaking out. I needed help. I was overwhelmed. I was fucking stranded. I was out of money. I was fucking stuck in Virginia. And you were so mean to me. And people haven't stopped being mean to me ever since. You think I'm freaking out for no fucking reason? What I want for my birthday is for my life to be over. The last place that I saw Natalie was on my birthday in 2016 at her mom's house. But they wanted me to go to Elliot's coffee grounds. That was important to them. That'd be a good place to die. I just don't know how. Natalie wanted me to go to a place called Lynchburg with her. She said it was one of her favorite places. Yeah, I said a lot of mean things, but people were doing a lot of mean things to me, and I couldn't get them to stop. The only thing I could do to get them to not be doing that shit to me is to not be there. And unfortunately, there is where all of my loved ones are. No matter how pissed off they are at me, I still love them. I want to see them and I want to be able to laugh with them and joke with them. And give them blankets. And tell them that I love them. I don't get to do that. Most of them are pissed off because I posted their shit on the internet, but you know what? There's enough of it on this here YouTube to show all the fucked up shit that I went through and the fucked up shit that other people went through, and none of that fucking drama should have happened. None of that fucking high school bullshit should have happened. It should have been two adults sitting down with an arbiter between them if need be. Nobody would help me. And then when Natalie was dead, I couldn't get help no matter what. Screaming here and screaming there, and meth here and alcohol there, and fucking kicking little kids in the face, and fucking people slapping kids, and fucking calling 3-year-olds cunts, and fucking... How do you expect me to react to those environments? At least Lan Engeline and Shannon Alvarado screamed on a schedule. I needed help. I literally needed someone to sit with me and go through all of this. instead of screaming at each other over where the 8 ball went or where your $30 went or who's cheating on who, or one of these 300 other cases that you're interested in, or some show about killing. Y'all want to punish me for wanting my life to end, and you put no thought into why. All of these people can throw me away because they have other people. To them, people are expendable. Miss Peaches had a marijuana pipe. After Natalie disappeared, I was holding on to that pipe. She'd had that since before her firstborn son was born. And I was razzled and frazzled and freaking out, and I dropped it. And she was so pissed off at me, she's brought that up several times since. She had it for years. I'm sorry I broke your pipe, Miss Peaches. It's just stuff. And I know it's sentimental stuff. I had a lot of sentimental stuff too, and it's all gone. Most of my sentimental stuff was people. Most of them are dead or won't talk to me. Well, of course not. Look at the side they get to see. And none of them sat down to look at that evidence with me. Some of them got little bits and pieces. If I can get an honest day in court where I can show the evidence, I have to get the fucking evidence back from the cops without being assaulted by the cops. Even if it's something that's in their jurisdiction, they tell me it's out of their jurisdiction. But every one of these people has a little piece of the truth. Bobby Forrest isn't going to be able to get Alycia Bollinger to come forward and tell the truth. Danica, she couldn't either. She wasn't interested. Neither was Miss Shelley. Why didn't any of them take a look at all those texts, all those messages? People hate me for things that I didn't do. Court dates that I was never allowed to go to. Fucking false charges. Putting fucking drugs in me? Are you shitting me? Alycia, you know that Dalton Crawford was fucking threatening me while you were in the vehicle with him. And you went and screamed at a bunch of homeless people at the band shell in Boulder, Colorado. You went and screamed at homeless people. People who have been through more shit than you will ever understand. Most of us went through the same shit with our dads that you did. I didn't. My dad just beat on me. Where I got raped was in institutions and foster homes.